Hey, we're live.
Are we really? I thought it was going to do a 30-second thing and give me a moment.
No,
I couldn't do that.
do you see it up in the left? It says you're live. Do you see it?
Yeah,
Right?
I've got a little green check mark and everything.
You see it. So how's it going today?
Oh, good, good. How are you today?
I'm good. I was just telling you that it was light thundering and lightning out.
I like that. I do.
Are you sure that? Oh, okay, good.
Oh,
Monica's
yes,
there.
we
I was
are
like,
live. Yay.
I was like, are you sure you didn't set it to like private by accident? Because I
Oh,
wasn't
gosh, I
seeing
sure
it on
hope
your
not.
name. Oh,
Oh,
Monica's here. Gary's here.
there
And
we
Hope
go.
is here. Hi,
Oh,
guys.
yeah. I remember that name, so then I can do. Look at
Yeah,
that! Oh my gosh, this is my first one, so I'm just going to be like all amazed. So
yeah,
look at
that's so
that.
cool.
You can just click on them and say hello.
Gary.
Okay, I love it.
Oh, isn't that fun?
I
Yeah.
love it already.
Oh,
Oh my!
my
And
internet.
oh,
It
and
says I'm not connected to the internet. Am I still here?
you're still here. And then there's lift panic. Yes, hello. And then we got that. Okay, yeah, I'll figure this
So,
out.
so Anne Marie, if I just stop, like, if I just don't talk back to you, it's because my internet's gone because it's storming out. And so if that happens, you just
Oh my gosh.
continue and I'll try to rejoin you, okay?
Yeah, sure. Scare the living daylights out of me. Why don't you?
Continue, and then I'll try to come back in. And so, do you want to tell everyone what we're going to look at today?
Oh yes.
Yeah.
We are going to watch a leadership conference video. And this was my old national sales director. Oh, see, she sees you. This was my old director from a few years ago. More than that. Oh, there's Lisa Hans. Okay, good. We're getting there. All right. Um, and that was the last time I was involved with Mary Kay 3 times. I think twice in the 90s and one in the 2010s because it was like 2013 or 14. Who knows? It was in the 90s somewhere twice. And so this was my last national sales director, and her name is Kimberly Copeland. And she was as nice as could be until how's that?
Ooh, interesting.
Yes, yes.
I
When I she used to do these classes at her house for us. Oh, who's that? Mary Kay, one of the yeah, yeah. It's actually this year's their 60th anniversary, which I thought was interesting because I was there for the 50th, so that's how long ago I did it. Because the sign was in there for 50 years, so it was 2013 then is when I did it. So that was the last time, and I was in it for a few years, and that was that time I really, really went all in, and meaning that the what you call it, the director, the senior sales director, yeah, senior sales director is what she was. She is the one who talked to me with my friend who I was signing up under at that time. And it was really interesting because I knew the whole thing about, okay, I'm going to do this, that, and the other, like with, I understood Mary Kay, I guess, pretty well as far as what the products were because I used to use them. I actually liked them. I don't use them anymore because I'm mad at them, but I refuse to use an MLM product now. So I did. I used to use Mary Kay on and off. Oh gosh, for at least 20 years, just because. And then when I was involved, why 3 times? What happened with? Oh, that I joined 3 times. I will tell you. Okay, we'll go there first. That's fine because if I keep talking, we'll never get to this. But the first time I did it, my sister no, I signed up first. So then that was like in the 90s because I loved makeup and I was looking to do something at home because I had no clue. I did MLMs my entire adult life. And not until I did this Mary Kay one the third time. And then after that, I swore off all MLMs. But then when I was at a paparazzi party online, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so easy. I went in and I thought, okay, fine, this will be my absolute last one because I won't need any others. But anyway, so after the first time, I always worked full time, and then I had a part time job as well. I used to work a lot, so trying to do it where they coach you on, write down 100 people that and all that stuff, and do your cold calling, and that's when cold calling was still there. So that was early 90s. And I had to buy leads on these little pieces of paper. You can go online and buy leads of people in your area. So you click by zip code. And so you used to pay money for these leads. And then I would have to sit there and call each and every person. And that was very time consuming, but I did try. And to me, I thought I didn't try hard enough because I wasn't having any sales. And then doing the parties, you have to lug all your stuff with you. And so doing them sometimes was fun. Doing the parties was fun once you were there. And selling it is, somebody has to really like it a lot to buy it because it's expensive, because you make 50%. So it's, oh, she didn't know that was a thing. Oh, what was a thing? I'm dying to know.
Buying leads.
What's that?
I'm assuming buying the leads.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm a little older than probably you think I am. So we had to buy leads back then because there was no internet and stuff like that. That was when it was kind of just beginning, in the mid 90s, kind of. Oh yeah, buying leads. So that's what we had to do. And so I would get these in the mail and whatnot, and then call. And when I would cold call these people, I had my little script out and stuff. And then, I would call and say, oh, hi, this is Anne Marie. And what always bothered me though, because I went to cosmetology school, I know what a facial is. And I was, I could do nail, I did everything. So my favorite thing was doing facials and massages and stuff. I loved that. But when you say you're going to do a facial, it's not a facial. And I really had a hard time with that. So in my head, Tupperware party, I did that too. we're going to have a lot of stuff. We'll keep you guys busy for the next 6 years. I'll tell you that. So where was I going? Oh yeah. So you would call the leads and stuff. And what was I saying? I lost my train of thought because she caught me with Tupperware there. That was actually
talking about buying the leads.
Yes.
And,
okay.
So and the facials.
Right. And the facials. That's the one that got me the most. So I forgot I was going to bring my red jacket out here too, since we're doing Mary Kay. I can't get rid of it. And I paid $100 for that jacket.
Wow.
But to me, it was falsely gotten too. So in this group, well, anyway, yeah, I called the leads and some people would say, how did you get my name? And I would tell them the truth because I wouldn't want people calling me either. It's like, how the heck did you get my number? So I ended up telling quite a few people how I did it. And she's like, oh, my, it's always a she would say, you were able to buy my name? And I said, yeah. And then I gave them the phone call to go to, they did answer their phone. That is so true. Nobody does that anymore. But I would give them the phone call, the number to call and say, you could be removed from lists if you call them. They'll do it for you. So I would always do that. And out of all of those that I called, hundreds of people, I didn't get one. Not one person would do a facial with me. So I was like, all right, that's a dead end. And then you try to ask people that, and so I told my sister, I was like, oh, just join with me, we'll do this together and stuff. And she did. So, and then the second time I joined with her. And the third time she joined with me again. We were back and forth. And she enjoyed doing the classes too, but she worked full time. She was a single mom and she had a few kids. At that time, they were little. So her trying to do it herself was very difficult. Mm-hmm. And there's so much that you had to carry, all that free work for nothing, hours, gas, and time.
I'm excited to hear what you say about what's her name? What's the woman's name? I forget her name.
Kimberly Copeland.
Kimberly, what you're going to say about that, because she seems to think that like the parties are the answer. Yeah, and just getting in front of people. Yeah, mm-hmm. So I'm excited to hear what you have to say. And I have lots to say too.
Oh, yay. Okay, then this will be really good. Yeah. So why 3 times? That's why 3 times. And the second time I did it, I actually went to the seminar, and mm-hmm. us little lowly people who didn't even have a red jacket at the time had to go in this giant room. It was at some stadium here in Dallas. And so we couldn't go into the big room because we didn't earn to go into the big room. So it was just kind of like we were separated from our national sales directors, and it's their job to get you there, which is really interesting. They try very, very hard, and your directors will do it and push you to come and stuff. And then the third time, I did not go to the conference. That's not true. I did go 1 year, and then the next year I didn't go. That's right. I did go, and I think there was 8 of us in a room.
Okay.
That was horrendous. A
Wow.
hotel room. There was,
Yeah.
because they all wanted to split the cost. I understand it's expensive. However, I like to be by myself. Unless my
Same.
husband's with me. I do. I like the room to myself. You could do what you want. If you go poo, nobody knows, that kind of thing. So just basically, I just like to be by myself. But we couldn't do it. And then you got to lay there for 8. Yes, there was definitely 8. Oh my gosh. And some people snored. Some people got up in the middle of the night. Some people would jabber on the phone. It was a nightmare. I hated every minute of that. 8 to a room. Yes, they did. They told you to do that. Nope, not sleeping bags. I had to sleep with my friend, and then 2 other ladies slept in the other bed, and then everybody else slept on the floor, which I wouldn't have been able to do either. I just anyway.
No.
So I live with my boyfriend, and we have separate rooms. Wow. See,
A lot of people have like
Mhm.
sleeping issues. And I wouldn't be able to sleep in a room with 8 people.
No, and
No,
we
I
didn't
wouldn't
get
be
to
able to
bed.
do that.
Yeah, it was terrible. We didn't get to bed until, well, I couldn't fall asleep probably until like 3 or 4 in the morning. And then you have to be there early in the morning and then you have to get all your makeup on. You have to get all your clothes on because you had to wear, dresses and suits and to be a
Mhm.
lady and all that stuff. And you had to have full makeup when you went in there. You couldn't go in like this. So anyway, so the third time was the one that I was like, you know what? I am done with this. She can't imagine 8, at least not since being a little kid at a
Same.
sleepover. Yeah, exactly. And it wasn't no fun because we only had one mirror in the room.
And you all
And
had to wear.
there was heights of us trying to put on makeup to get going.
Mhm.
So with her, she would do classes. You had to pay for them. The
Mhm.
weekly meetings, you had to pay for them, and anything that she did special at any place that she wanted you to bring a guest to, because she's there to talk them into joining Mary Kay with you, and you had to pay for that too. 4 is definitely the max. That would be for sure because you have 2 beds, and
Mhm.
yeah, it depends on the venue. Yeah, we were at the Omni Hotel or something, some nice hotel downtown, and it wasn't cheap. So then the next year I couldn't go. I wasn't about to go to the conference the next year, the seminar rather.
Mhm.
And she was pushing and pushing and pushing, and you had to buy a evening gown because they have an evening thing. I was like, you know what? It's going to cost me $5,000 to stay home. I don't wear evening gowns. I don't have a lot of fancy clothes because we really don't go anyplace fancy.
Same. And when we watch the video, like, she looks beautiful,
Oh
and she's
yeah.
very made up. She looks like she's, like, on the cover of a magazine, and
Hmm.
I'm sure that's how they all look. Even if you're not
Hmm.
big famous person like she is, I'm sure everyone looks like that at these conferences, and so
Yeah.
you have 8 women all trying to look perfect
And you can't.
and all at the same time in one room, and I think that's just crazy. It's so interesting. Do you remember how to get the video back up? Remember what we practiced?
Yeah, we got to get going on the video. I know. I'm just gonna dab her jaws the whole time. Okay. Yeah, she does look nice. I think she's almost
She
50 or 45 or something like that
she
now.
looks fantastic. Her hair is beautiful, and it just shows, like, is there space for people who don't like to present themselves like that, who don't like makeup, who wanna look a bit more casual. Just I
Yeah.
wonder if at, like, maybe at the in 2023, are you allowed to show up as you are, or would you need to wear makeup, right?
You still need to do
So
it.
interesting.
I just found out that now they do not require pantyhose anymore. It's a choice because you had to wear pantyhose. You literally had to dress up to go to these
That's
people's houses.
I
And in the
hate
summer,
this.
sweating bullets here, I tell you. Okay, so let me figure out how to get her up and then we could start listening.
Do you remember the little
Um,
boxes with the formats of the pages? The
yes.
little StreamYard formats?
So this is us.
Yes, you
Yes,
did it.
I did do it. Yay.
Yay.
Okay,
Good
so
job.
tell
Okay.
me if we can hear it. And if not, then I'll turn it up and I'll go
Yes,
back. Okay, are we ready?
I think we're ready, and we have our closed captioning on,
Okay.
and it's a conference, so it's not, like, the greatest quality audio, but I think it should be good. I
Yeah,
think
because somebody recorded it on their phone. That's very
yeah,
obvious. Men are allowed to join Mary Kay. That is true. Yes, they are.
they
Um,
are allowed or they're not
oh
allowed?
yeah, there's
Oh,
men who do Mary Kay. I have worn pantyhose. Me either. I hate pantyhose, and that was one of the reasons I quit working downtown Chicago because I was sick of them. So anyway, you have not worn panties. Yeah, I haven't either. Okay, ready? So
Yeah.
I click on my YouTube, right?
Not on StreamYard. You click on YouTube. Yes.
Yes. Or is everybody right where they want to be? Y'all, you've got to get in a place where you're ready to do something different if you want something different. And I know this firsthand because I've been in this company for 23 years. I am a Mary Kay legacy. My mama was a national sales director, my senior national sales director. My sister is top director, Crystal Hunsucker, sitting down here on the front row.
Okay, I'm not going to stop a lot, but there was
Okay.
2 things with her mother. We were invited to her mother's house when we were getting all into it, and they were setting up makeup bars everywhere. And her house was, she's a millionaire, obviously. Anyway, so they set it up to be like the Project Runway. No, what show was that where they had the models on it? I don't remember.
America's Top Model.
Maybe so, because they were featuring Mary Kay that night, so she wanted to have a big party. So they laid out like a fake red carpet, and as we came in, they're like, "Woo!" I hated it. I hated that because I don't need to woo woo everywhere. I don't like it. The word salad. Oh my gosh, you wouldn't believe it.
She says a lot, Monica, but she doesn't really say anything.
No, exactly. But her mom's house, so we were there, and we had to pay to be there, of course. And the way they had it all set up, you were supposed to bring somebody, but it was just too much. It was way too much because they wanted you to feel special. And that didn't work for me. So anyway, and then her sister is now married with children too, but back then she wasn't. And at Kimberly's house, her sister was there, but see, Kimberly had so many people, she was giving them to her sister, and that's why her sister was able to move up as fast as she did, because Kimberly oh yeah, oh my gosh, I got stories, I tell you. And I don't want to say anything bad about her. It's what she's having to do with Mary Kay, because she is a very nice person.
She seems really nice and really smart.
Yes.
And I want to let her finish her talking about like her like family and Mary Kay, and then I have stuff to say about that after.
Okay. Yeah, no, she is very sweet and all that stuff. It's the Mary Kay part where she has to be the,
She's one of my incredible directors. My daughter is also a top sales director. So would you say pink runs in our blood? Absolutely, yes. But here's the deal. I also come from the Fortenberry family legacy. Are there any Fortenberry family directors out there? The best at the best with Pat Fortenberry, our mentor, who taught us everything we know. So,
are you ready? You want to do it now, or?
Well, she was going to talk about. Okay, that's not exactly the right time, but it's interesting when families are all connected. I'm looking at myself on StreamYard. I got to look at the camera. It's interesting when entire families are part of MLMs. I've said this a million times with my family videos where like Rich DeVos, Jay Van Andel founded it, and then their kids are now running it, and then their kids are like the 3rd generation, the grandkids of founders are part of it too. And I just know that like when you're in a family like that, when it's just like ingrained in who you are, there's probably not a choice. Like she probably, from the time she was a little kid watching her mom be like a celebrity in Mary Kay, it was probably expected that she goes in as well.
Yeah, because her mom obviously is older, and the Fortenberry. And so it's really interesting to hear some of the names that she mentions, and even to look like on the website and stuff. I know who some of these sales directors are and all that stuff. It's so, they're still there. It's just so weird, but they're way up in the company, so they're not going anywhere.
Interesting. Cool.
Yes. So you ready?
Yes.
Brainwashed as a kid. I would agree with that.
I first just want to say I'm humbled. I'm excited to be here. I am going to talk to y'all about building a business that will stand the test of time. And I know you all already know how to do this because you're in this room today. But I'm going to give you a few tips and tricks to what we have been doing. And in my business, I have worked this around my 4 children. I have kids from 10 to 24. So 25, 23. My son, Maverick Copeland, is 15 today. Happy birthday, Maverick. And my little baby, Shug, his name's Memphis, but we call him the Shug. He is 10 years old. So I have built over the last 23 years from my home, in-home business, just like you do, but built a business that will stand the test of time. So I don't know about y'all, but when I leave my kids back home and I have to go away from my husband that I love, I not only want to make money that day, I want to make money for the future. Do you want to do that? Yes. Where it keeps paying you and paying you. And so what I know is I'm strategic with my time, with my talents, and with my treasure. And
Yep, I was gonna say, go ahead. You go first.
I wanted to like let her speak for a bit. Ove just said missing the kid's birthday. If you are a fancy sales director, I think you should have the ability to miss the event and go spend time with your kids. I know not everyone has that privilege though. Like not everyone can afford to miss out on a paycheck if they were actually getting paid. And so I know like that comment comes from a place of privilege, but where is the time freedom here? Also, I'm looking at her comment. I'm strategic with my time, my talents, and my treasure, but no one else can be strategic with their time. She can be strategic because she's at the top and she has the privilege to decide when she wants to work, but her downline, they don't have that privilege.
Right.
That's all.
Oh, no, it's okay. And yeah, she definitely, her youngest one, she said, is 10. That's just so shocking to me because I knew him when he was like 1.5, because that's how long ago this was. And she made a mistake. She said her oldest son is 15. He's 25, like she said. I can't even believe that kid is 25. But with the family stuff, she was everywhere. And I even have a picture of me with her at my director's house because it was a big deal. She was coming and, my national sales director is going to come special for all you and talk to you and all that stuff. And we just thought it was the cat's meow, right? Because she's coming special for us. So she was away a lot from her family. She just was. And even with her talents, what she's saying, when we were doing our classes at her house, that was $200 to do a special class at her house. And then she had and this is how I ended up quitting for sure, was she would do these daily calls Monday through Friday. And so she would give you like these pep talks every day and you had to listen at 10 o'clock or you missed it. And she said that there's no rewinds. There's, if you don't hear it that day, you don't hear it that day. Well, I accidentally hit a button and it went back to the beginning of what I was listening to. And I was like, she just lied. She said that we can't go back. So I was a lot more calm because I was typing down notes like crazy on my laptop and everything. I was like I type fast. So I was typing nearly word for word what she was saying so I could have the notes, and I still have the notes. So anyway,
you should do a video on your notes.
Oh yeah, I should. I will. When I was a kid, if my birthday fell during the week, my mom would just plan it for Saturday. Exactly. That's nice. Yeah, because we had to do the same thing, but that was back in the 70s. Okay, I'll let her go again.
Okay. I'll give you a signal.
I want to show you how to build a business that will retain, where you build relationships with people that last. And so it's vital that we build the business the Mary Kay way, on that solid rock. What did Mary Kay Ash say? Nothing happens till what? You got to sell something. We are a selling organization. And I want you today to just know, you stood through the pandemic. Give somebody a high five next to you, a fist bump, a hug. You're still standing. And I believe this next 60 years is going to be our best. I have such a hope in the future. Y'all, my daughter graduated from high school a year early to do this Mary Kay thing. I believe so much in this business. I stake my family's future in it, my daughter's future in this business. But y'all, you have to get back.
That's what I thought the thing about the daughter was earlier. like of her young daughter. So her young daughter is going to be joining Mary Kay, and
She
she
did.
ended high school early to join Mary Kay. So she is a literal child with a brain that's not fully developed yet, without full understanding of the world, with very limited life experience, and she's already joining Mary Kay.
Yeah, she actually said that, well, when we were at her house, she said that she had her daughter's, her application was all ready to go. So as soon as she turns 18, she can join. So that's what, yeah, so that's what they did. I mean, obviously, she joined when she was 18. And when I was at her house too, what's really interesting is in her bathroom, there was not one Mary Kay product in that bathroom. Not a single one. And that shocked me very much so. And the transactions, the moment you leave, they block you. Yep. It didn't even take 15 seconds. And I'm not even exaggerating. When I did what I did, when I quit, I was gone just like that. And she claims, if you don't do Mary Kay, we can still be friends. And no, you can't. No, you can't.
Wow.
Oh, she did. Oh gosh, yes, because her daughter is already Zooming. So here, I'll play that too. So yeah, she did. She definitely did.
Back to work. We got to get out from behind the computer screen. It's great for fill-ins. Get back in the living rooms.
That's different. Now, during the time with all the internet stuff, and even like what she said, the pandemic, and they tell you that, you know, the makeup is, what you call it? Even through times of recession and everything, every woman always wants a lipstick. So it's recession proof. That's what they tell you, that this is recession proof. Okay, well, I don't know about that, but what was I going to say? Oh, darn it. What did she just say? The parties. Yes. So a lot of it they were doing online, but we were still doing the parties in person at that time. Until the time that I've been out, I guess they were just doing it online. So it was very interesting to me to hear that she's telling you, you need to get back in front of the faces. That's interesting to me.
I, like many, back in the living room. I'm not going to lie. When the pandemic first happened, I was scared. I was like, how are we going to make money? How are we going to figure this out? And we all got innovative and we all rocked it, didn't we? But then what happened? People started going to football games. They went back to church. They started living life. They're not sitting at home waiting for a Zoom. So you've got to go where the people are. Get face to face, eyeball to eyeball, knee to knee. Do you want to build a business that people stick with you? You've got to have that community. So nobody's stuck at home anymore. So we've got to go where the people are. And y'all, that is what I've been doing these last 6 months. Like many of you, I call it the re-entry year. Last year was kind of our re-entry year, figuring out how do we do this? Do we wear masks? Do we do this? Do we do that? Well, we're past all that. So now what we have to do is get back to doing what Mary Kay Ash taught every single one of us, and that is build the foundation in selling this product. And yes.
The selling of the product? Oh, yeah, you too. Yeah, we're like, wait. All right, you can go first.
She's not wrong. She's not wrong. It is about selling products to the distributors. They're very careful with how they word things, because in their mind, in her mind, it's the sales to like their downline. Because if you look at it from like a broader perspective, it is sales. It's just to the people who are buying to stay in the company and to receive their paycheck. Something else I was thinking about, they never acknowledge the level of privilege that they have. And so Kimberly had a famous mom. And so she probably got people stacked underneath her. And she probably had a built-in legitimacy with her time in Mary Kay because of her mom. And then her daughter, who's in Mary Kay, and her other daughter, like they're already like mini celebrities, I'm sure, in the MLM. Yeah. And so no one ever acknowledges that. No one ever says, I had an easier time with recruitment because my mom is famous.
Yeah, that makes total sense. And when she's talking about sales here, I know this sounds like I was really dumb, but I didn't figure out that I was the customer until I did Mary Kay this third time. It didn't even occur to me, because they always say, oh, Mary Kay is a debt-free company. They all say that. They're a debt-free company. They have no outstanding bills and stuff. I'm like, oh my gosh, that's a good company to join then, you know, when you think about it. they're debt free because we pay up front. They don't care what you sell it for. You can sell it for 10 cents. They don't care. Do they buy directly from their upline? No. You buy it directly from your website. You get a website, which costs you $10 a month, by the way.
Of course.
So you buy it. Yeah, you buy it directly from the website and you do your orders. And so within, you have to do the $225 for your first order. You have to spend $225. And then after that, it's like every 3 months or whatever. If you don't do $225, then you're considered inactive. And then eventually you're just going to get knocked off.
And
So,
see, the $225 for every member of her downline, like she's counting that as sales.
Right. For her it is because she has a big downline. The distributors, yes. I had no idea. Oh my gosh, when I figured, and I was in tears for days because I felt so betrayed with this because I even raised the limit on my Discover card at the time so I could buy a $5,000 pack. So that I could be all in because they tell you, oh, you don't need any products to start. But if you have a store, then you can sell it right away and people want their things right away. Baloney. Baloney. Yeah. I was really upset when I found out I was the customer. It just hurt me. Okay. You ready?
Yep.
And after I went to seminar last year, my daughter, Waverly Wismer, lit a fire under me. Have you ever been at a conference and you're just kind of, you're there, you're listening, you're excited, but then you go home and you change nothing until the next conference? Has anybody ever done that? And so y'all, she said to me, Mama, I'm ready to work. So I need you to work. So as a national, I said, okay, what do you want me to do? She said, I need you to book a class. You know people. I need you to get me in front of some new faces. Y'all, some of you need to go back to your mamas, go back to your friends, go back to the people that first helped you and get in front of the faces. So that's what we have been doing. And y'all, here's what I know. If you're asking yourself questions like, are we still relevant? Do people still want to get in the home and experience our product? I'm telling you right now, because I have been for the last 3 months, almost every single night at a party. I would say 90% I've been at parties. The answer to that question is a big fat yes. Yes, we're relevant. Yes, they want to come to parties. So you leave here on the phone, booking the people that you know. And what I know, when you do that.
Yes.
It's easier to book parties if you know a lot of people.
Right.
If you already have a network, if you're Kimberly Copeland's daughter and people know her, it's easier. It's easier for certain people. That's all I want to say. What was your experience with booking parties? Was it hard to get them?
Oh my gosh, was it ever? It was like pulling teeth to book a party. So, hey, nobody's here. Sorry. He's just a partner. Yeah. She's telling you what? XYZ, but not exactly telling you how. Oh, exactly. No. Yeah. There's a lot of, what is it? Lies by omission, I guess you would call it, right? So if you have to really read between the lines because there's so much in there. And she's saying, hey, Melissa, and ma'am, nobody wants to have a freaking Mary Kay party. No, not anymore.
Now, if you just type in Mary Kay into YouTube, you see videos like this.
Mm-hmm.
You see videos with tens of thousands of views on them about Mary Kay.
Yeah.
So easy to find out the truth now.
Oh yeah, I've got plenty of truth for you. And she's a public figure, so we don't need to block her or anything. She was interviewed on E! Tonight years ago and all this other stuff. And then her sister was on the Conan O'Brien show. What is his name? Conan. Yeah, that's the guy. Her sister did a whole skit on there, not like a skit, but yeah, it was kind of a skit. And she was doing a Mary Kay class on there, and it was funny. It was funny, but nowhere near private people on any level.
And it's also posted publicly too. Like we don't need to worry about it when it's on a public YouTube channel for sure. You are good. You're good.
Yeah. And when her daughter got her permit when she was 15, Kimberly ran out and bought her a pink Hummer.
Of course.
And so when she turned 16 and was able to get her license, her daughter has this pink Hummer. You're going to give a new driver a Hummer. You're lucky if you could drive a Volkswagen Beetle at that,
Right.
when you're first learning. You need something small.
Yeah.
I don't know what she was thinking, but anyway, she likes to show you that she's rich, but trying to be humble at the same time. Okay, I'd ask how to get more bookings, and it was always the same advice over and over and over. Yes, exactly. So did you do Mary Kay then too, Melissa?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, she did. Oh, then she knows exactly what's going on here. How long ago did you do it? I'm very
curious. All the tea, all the Mary Kay tea.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. So and cool. Tupperware. Yeah, that's a whole other issue. Are you guys ready?
Yep.
The Honda Odyssey. There you go.
You can have success. I want my daughter, Waverly Wismer, to stand up. She's up here on the front row. She has been rocking this out. She is the reason I am on this stage, because she was willing to work. She's a wife, she's a mama, and a young 23-year-old business owner, on target, $1 million sales director. I'm proud of you. And
did she just say she's $1 million sales director already?
She said on target.
Okay, I was like, wait, I missed that.
And that doesn't really mean anything. Like, I could be like, I'm on target to be a billionaire in the next 10 years. Mm-hmm. That doesn't mean anything. That's a useless ass statement, ma'am.
Yeah, we're all on our way up to being a billionaire, technically.
Yeah. Doesn't mean anything.
Age thing. Okay. She learned how to drive in a full-size Chevy Suburban. Oh my goodness, that's big. Let's see. Social anxiety shielded me from.
Oh, same. It would definitely. I was like, I know about MLMs now, but like as a younger adult, I would not have been able to do stuff like that. I would not have been able to call random people and go to events with hundreds of people, for sure.
Yeah, I was a hairdresser. We talked to everybody.
Yeah.
So that was okay. I really hated calling people anyway, but yeah.
Yeah, totally.
You ready?
Yeah, totally.
I wanted to raise kids that had work ethic. When did work become a bad thing, y'all? And here's what I know over and over. When you work, you win. Yes. When you work, you win. I want you to say it with me. When you work, you win. You work, you win. And so, y'all, you've got to get back to doing what Mary Kay Ash taught us. You know what she said? You can't sell from an empty wagon. So I got back. I called my mentor, Pat Fortenberry, and I said, you know what? I'm just going to do this the way that I used to do it, the old way of going in, showing product, sharing the opportunity, and building this business one face, one living room at a time. Become the queen of the living room. That's what every single one of you are. And so what I knew is to get ready for the next level, I had to get back in the field. Sometimes, y'all, you just got to humble yourself. Sometimes you just got to go see another face. And here's what I know. Waverly booked me, her first party, huge success, tons of sales, and then a new team member. Then she did another party, and another party, and another party. And everything started with what? The power of one. The results have been mind-blowing. In our personal business, we have watched.
You can go first, and I have a few things. Do you have anything to say?
Not just yet, but go ahead. You go first, because I was just going to see what other people are saying here too.
Okay, you can go through while I'm yapping. So, like, when you work, you win. No, ma'am. When you are famous in your MLM company, when you have a massive following underneath you, then you will win, because you have a built-in legitimacy to your work. And I've said this in my Amway streams. It's so fun to hear what like Dexter Yeager and the founders of Amway said in the 70s and the 60s, like echoed right now. Like that's the kind of thing that the founders of Amway would say. They would say, if you just follow the system that corporate gives you, you will win. And it's just so interesting. And it's very, very polite gaslighting, in my opinion, because chances are all those people there are working their ass off, but they're not winning because that's how it's designed.
That's exactly right. And I did everything that she was telling us to do because I was in close, because I know that because I'm just a, whatever, I'm a bubbly person or whatever they were calling me. And so they thought, since I went all in too with $5,000 of product, which was, anyhow, did you ever hire a coach? Was that the thing back then? No, I didn't hire anybody. And I don't think it was a thing back then. I don't think we had like business coaches and life coaches and all that stuff. That wasn't a thing back then at all. But with the, doing all the things that you're supposed to do, I did everything they told me to do, and I got absolutely nowhere.
Yep.
And yeah, and I'll tell you in a little bit about the person she put under me too.
Yeah.
Thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars, exchanging hands one day at a time, from apartments to tiny homes to huge homes and to mobile homes and everywhere in between. And it does not matter. This product doesn't discriminate. This company doesn't discriminate. It is for everyone. And so, yes, it is. And so when people ask me, oh my gosh, what are y'all doing? What are y'all doing? We're seeing faces. Oh my gosh. We're sharing the opportunity. Oh my gosh. Guess what? When you share your heart and people see you're going to help them, this does work. So when a new consultant comes in, we get her going. We get her a store. We don't slam her with product. We get product that she's going to sell. So we sell big, so we start her big. We are not a discount club. We are a business at home where people can come buy products from us. And you make 50%. Don't miss that mark. And so you've got to get a mindset that there are people out there. They are longing for what all of you have in this room. They're longing for our culture. They're longing for our sisterhood. They need an extra $100, $200 in their bank account, whatever that might be.
You're not going to get it. I'm sorry. She's just boiling me now because we know all this stuff. No, it's not true. Well, I had she's saying that they don't bombard you with product or whatever, but you're buying a store. So which is it? You don't have to have product, or you're having a store. How do you do both? Or, you know what I mean? That makes no sense, because they tell you to have things on hand in case somebody wants something right away at a party, you're all set to go. And that it's just not true. And another little secret I shouldn't say this, but I'm gonna, her mascara, she hates Mary Kay mascara. She doesn't wear it. She said, I can't wear it. I never could. I just don't like it. So she doesn't wear Mary Kay mascara. She doesn't. Oh my God. Don't get me started. No. Let's see. Sitting at the feet of your national, every drop of wisdom. Exactly. And she was very, very good at that. You really thought that she was telling you something. She could be a politician. That's all I got to say about that.
I have a comment, just quickly. It's easy for people who are getting in front of people to get them to sign up if they are like outgoing and welcoming and funny like she is and smart. And it helps if you're like objectively good looking, male or female. There is such thing as pretty privilege, unfortunately. And if you just present yourself well, I think that puts you at an advantage. And so if you are not super outgoing and look freaking beautiful and incredibly smart like she seems to be, it's not going to be just simply getting in front of people and then they magically join you.
Yeah, that doesn't happen. And they tell you that they do. Coaching is all the rage now. It is. That's true. I agree with you. Coaching is everywhere. I mean, they coach you for everything these days. It's kind of funny, but I don't know.
I love talking about the coaches on my channel. It's so fun.
Yeah. Same, but also semi-verbal, so I wouldn't be talking much.
Yeah. Same.
Already? Yeah, there was something I was thinking, but I lost it. It doesn't matter.
Okay. So they are stoked to have the Mary Kay experience. And that's what we call it. Come to our Mary Kay experience. And what I know is we have retention because we have customer bases and we sell the skincare and we become friends with those customers. Are you checking on them? Are you checking on their kids? Are you building those friendships? Don't people, they're asking us, what are your hostess incentives? People ask us if they can host a party for us.
No, they don't.
They want to. When they come, they have so much fun. And what I know is after the fact, they recruit themselves. They see the party, they're like, oh my gosh, look at all this product that was sold. I want to do this. I want to be a part of this company. And we retain because we have built it by what? Booking, coaching, selling, building a team. So share this opportunity over and over again. We don't take shortcuts. We sell first and then we share the opportunity. People get excited because of what they have seen. And what I know is
Do you want to debunk what she just said? Do your hosts, when you had your parties, did your hosts just beg you to host more parties, and did they become distributors like she claims?
Oh no, I never had anybody except my sister. My sister and I were each other's, patsy, I guess, but we did it for each other. She's gotten way better advice from experts on social media platforms. Yeah, exactly. I believe that.
That's an interesting question though. Like, for people who like don't present themselves in a feminine way, were they welcomed back in the day when you were in? Like, could you like wear pants? Could you present yourself more masculine and be welcomed? No. So did you all have to present yourselves in the way that she is right now?
Yes. And actually, the coat that she's wearing, every year there's a different color jacket for these people. Red jacket is always the same. So whether you're a sales director, a senior, and then on up the whole line, you have a different color jacket for that year of what you are.
Interesting.
So yeah, this is a really pretty color. I like it.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, exactly. I like it. What was I going to say? I was going to say something. Oh, the selling thing. Yes. No, nobody was beating down my door to do any type of sales whatsoever, or even to host a party and stuff. It just didn't happen. It did not happen.
Maybe it happens for her because she's famous. She has a famous mom.
Exactly. Oh, that's right. Yes. I think the dress code is silly. Yeah, but Mary Kay wanted you to be a lady, whatever that means. But yeah, all ladies had to wear skirts or dresses, and then all the men can wear pants, obviously. But no, it was all that. Me too. I'm always in pants. I've been that way for years. And for me to wear a skirt was just torture. It just was. Y'all ready?
Yes. I just want to see what Melissa said here. So they started changing the jackets only every other year. And only jackets, not full suit. Oh, interesting. Cool.
It is interesting.
Yeah. Okay, I'm ready.
Okay.
It's sustainable because they came. They tried. They went home with their product. We tell them we're better than Amazon. You're washing your face tonight with what you tried. And then I know that when you go to work, any doubt that you may have come here with will flee. Because what? When you work, you win. And I want to challenge you to get back in the field. Zooms are great for fill-ins. They're great for extra sales. But when you want to build people and you want to build that future, get in the faces of the other people. Women are longing for it. And I'm telling you, when you're...
She was telling us a little while ago, I totally forgot to say this, to get to know your customers, like talk to them about their kids. I wonder, is that because we actually care about our customers, or do we want to transition them to become distributors?
Well, the goal is always to get somebody to be a distributor because that's where they make money. And when I did my big kit, my sales director, and then of course her, goes all the way up the line, they were all, thrilled with it. So they were, and they were just trying to teach me everything. And then we used to do closing at the end of the month at her house. I never knew how that worked because I never had sales to do that. And so the pink kilts, I think that's a great idea too. I really do. I think that is awesome.
They're so cool.
Yeah, our nephew, that's all he wears. He looks like he's Scottish. He's all red hair, he's a redheaded guy, and he wears kilts all the time. I think it's great. And it suits him too. I wonder if the Mary Kay dress
Great question.
earrings. What's that?
I was just saying that was a good question that Ove asked. Because, yeah, do they? Do they allow like different color hair or like mohawks?
Oh no, not mohawks.
Heads.
I would
like
be
tattoos.
And what tattoos? Yeah. Oh gosh. Yeah, I can't even imagine that either.
Yeah.
Huh.
That's a good
question. That's a good question. A very good question. Oops, made it to the lives. Hello, Julie.
Yay, I'm so happy you're here. It's so nice to see friends. I got so excited.
Anastasia. That's funny. Yeah, the pink Cadillacs. Oh my goodness, that's another one too. They prefer only ear piercings, but my former director, she did have a nose ring. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Then cool. I guess it was allowed at that time because I didn't know anybody who had any of that stuff in our group or unit, whatever.
Gotcha.
Ready?
Yes.
Sincere. When you're authentic and you bring it, you are going to build the relationships that will last. I was kind of floundering, like, what's next? I don't know what's going to happen in this next phase. And then I just went back to being me. I got back in my roots. Brian said yesterday, and I loved this, that Mary Kay had said, what you hear is nowhere as important as what you see. And I know that to be so true in my own life. I have a saying, don't talk about it, be about it. And so be a person that you are being about it. You want to retain people, love them. You want to retain people, teach them how to sell. You want to retain people, build a team with them as you are selling. And the last thing, if you want to build people, you have to get them to in-person events. Get them in the room. Let's make seminar full. Let's sell out. Let's have a hall A. Let's go back and be the company that we have always been. We've got to get people in the room. So to end today, I had to go back after seminar and remind myself why I love this business. I love the living room. I love hearing their stories. I love seeing the transformation. And what I know is some of us have got to get the reminder of why we love this company, why we love this culture. So this year, I truly believe when you get back down to earth and humble yourself, get in the field, teach, sell, coach, all the things, you can have anything you want. And y'all, when you work, you win. When you work, you win. When you work, you win. And I know we're all going to work and we're all going to be on stage and we're going to flood the room. Everybody's got to be in the room at seminar. Get your people there, and it is going to be the most magical 60th anniversary. Thank y'all for having me.
Let's hear it again for national.
Oh, that's so loud. Oh, it's going to play again.
Is it?
Yeah, it's going to repeat.
Oh, we don't want that. So how do I get rid of it then? Oh, I see. Now it's us. No, this is us.
Yeah, you can put it where you want to put it. Like it can be this, or we can be in the smaller boxes. It's totally up to you.
Okay.
Yeah. So are you good to hang out for a bit longer? I have a question for you. Okay. So she was telling us about how important it is to hold parties, or not to hold parties, sorry, to get our people to the events. Have you been to in-person Mary Kay events? And if so, what was it like?
The first seminar I went to, this was way back in the early 90s, like I said, because I did it back then. I went myself because I don't care. I went by myself because I just did. And my first experience there was very overwhelming because I've never been to anything like that before. And you just kind of felt it all. It was really interesting. And then when I went to the second time, then, I didn't feel like I did the first time because I didn't know what to expect. And I was younger then too. I was like, what, in my 20s? And then this third time when I went, it was just, whatever kind of a thing, because they hold these classes that you can go in. So when you come in, you have to go to the table and get your little name tag and stuff. And then you see the classes that you're supposed to attend in the morning and in the afternoon. And they don't let you attend the ones that you're not qualified for. So if you're just a regular STAR consultant, you're just a consultant, and that's what you go to. And this one, I forgot who she was, but she was a national sales director. The one class that she did really, that I was attending, it really made me think twice again. She had no enthusiasm for doing the class, and she wasn't wearing any makeup. That shocked me because you're not supposed to come like that. And she was not dressed like a Mary Kay lady. She had on a skirt and, jacket and all that, but she just looked like she rolled out of bed that morning. And that surprised me too, because I'm surprised they let her come in. So yeah, the experience is so many people there, so many people. And it can be very overwhelming because it's a whole group of people and you just want to be in tears all the time and you don't know why. That was my first experience because it's just so overwhelming. And then you think that they are, they all claim that they're a Christian group and, they talk about God and all that. And that's not, I hate when they do that because it's not true. And that was another thing that the reason why I quit the third time and she blocked me instantly because I told them that. But anyhow, let's see, they don't know how people buy things nowadays with the internet. I even shop online and I have my groceries delivered. Yeah, who wants to buy? No kidding. Click of a button and I could buy my stuff. My grocery store delivers. Yes, exactly. Oh yeah, I have a brightly dyed undercut. Ooh. Several face piercings and I'm non-binary. So yeah, exactly.
I've done a few like historical Mary Kay videos, and it's so interesting because Mary Kay Ash, she seems to be kind of like a trailblazer for her time. In the 60s, women were not owning their own businesses, but then she was going like against the stereotypical gender norms while at the same time like claiming she wants women to make lots of money. She wants them to be independent and valued for their intelligence, but then they still have to be feminine and delicate and like cute and pretty. And it's like, that's an interesting dichotomy. Yeah.
Yeah, very much so. And you had your hair dyed blue and teal. Oh my gosh, I bet that was gorgeous.
Yeah.
I bet. I do. I like all the colored hair and all that stuff. I think it's pretty. So many ways I can shop. Exactly. Why bother with this? That is so true. And being queer has the added benefit of being shunned by most MLMs. Well, at least you got that going for you on they won't bother you, thankfully. Whatever it takes. Oh my gosh. Make people go to awkward parties. Yeah. Then they ask you. I've been saving some stuff about how some of the shows work and how you do them. And yeah, that's a whole other thing. But I think there was a non-binary most powerful women thing and they were in an MLM. So,
Oh, do you mean the Eric Worre thing, Ove? Because Eric Worre had a most powerful women in MLM thing.
Oh, okay. That could be it then. So that's where Jesse Lee Ward was, and they had the little panel up there, is what you mean?
Yeah,
I saw that.
When I watch videos like this, I'm going to put you on the spot a little bit, if that's okay. What did we learn? I like to think of learnings. I don't think we learned that much. Melissa said, teach what? Y'all aren't qualified to teach anyone a damn thing about skin. So we learned we need to love on our customers, right? We need to get face to face. We need to tell our moms to get their friends to go to our parties. Did we learn anything else? I feel like that's it.
Well, knowing having your parents help you with all that, that's for darn sure. Teach what y'all ain't qualified to teach. There we go. There's that comment. They told us nothing. Yeah, pretty much so. And then hold parties. Yep.
Have a famous mom and have your famous mom stack people under you. I'm just assuming that's what happened.
Oh,
and
yeah,
then
that is what happens.
stack people under your daughter, both
Yeah.
daughters, because there's 2 daughters in.
Oh, she meant her sister and her daughter, and then her mom.
Oh,
She has 3
but
boys
didn't
and a
you
girl.
say there's a 23-year-old and then an 18-year-old, or is that the same person?
Oh, 18. I didn't hear an
Because she
18-year-old.
said that her daughter graduated high school early to join.
Oh,
Mary Kay.
that's who she was talking about, Waverly, the one in the audience there. That's who she was
Oh, I
talking about.
misunderstood. I thought it was 2 separate daughters.
Yeah, no, there's only the one. That's why I was trying to think back. Did I miss somebody?
Okay.
So yeah, whole parties, and then this could have been an email. No kidding. So much BS.
Right.
Oh my gosh, definitely. And I think pure romance takes the cake in awkward. I have never seen pure romance or even had anything to do with it. I just never heard of it until recently. Savannah's stream. Oh, okay. She did something on what you just said there, pure romance.
I think I was talking about the most powerful women in network marketing thing.
Oh, okay.
Because
Okay.
Savannah's been covering that. I'm sure Savannah's covered pure romance too at some point. She does all these shows. Yeah.
And actually, I started watching, oh gosh, I don't know, some years ago. This was like before I even joined paparazzi. I just came across her when she used to wear her little headphones with her, her gaming microphone and all that stuff. And she was talking about these MLMs, and she was Mommy Tsunami. I'm like, oh, she's kind of interesting. And then I was all insulted. I'm like, what does she mean that these are, a scam and all that? Because I didn't really know it yet, really. And I just kept watching her just because she, it was very interesting what she did, and totally out. So she was a big help for that too.
Oh, good.
Definitely. That's what I told her, when I was texting with her, or what you call it, one day, and I was like, yeah, you got me out finally.
Really? Oh, you told her that? That must have made her feel good.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I hope it
that.
did. Of Amway Skincare line. Oh, that would be hilarious.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. And then famous inside the MLM chain, famous on the outside world. Exactly. And a lot of people obviously know that she sells it and stuff too.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, and putting people under people, when they were trying to get me to get my red jacket so fast because they wanted me to, to get it, because what they do is they use you at these meetings that they have, these events like she's talking about, where you just bring a friend and, then they tell them all about the Mary Kay experience and stuff. So the faster they can get you in a red jacket, then, they call you on stage and say, oh, look at all the red jackets we have and stuff. And I never felt comfortable with that because I knew how I got my red jacket. It wasn't because I was able to get anybody. One person signed up that I knew, and my sales director had to convince her to join. And she did. She joined for a little while, but she saw through it faster than I did, for sure, because she wasn't doing it anymore after about maybe 6 months to 8 months or whatever. And she was like, oh, kind of a thing. And I was like, oh, okay. And she did someone's house. What? Oh, that's funny. So
go to a family member, Monica said. Do you see that comment?
So oh my gosh.
Oh no.
Oh my goodness. So yeah, so to get me to the red jacket, my sister was in with me, of course, as usual. Then that other person was in. And then for the third one, at these end of the month things where you have to, close out your month and stuff, my director had me call people that were on her list of people who haven't bought in a long time, so they were almost inactive. So I had to go down her whole list and call these people and say, I'm calling, for Carrie, blah, blah, blah. And some of the ladies got really ticked that I was calling them about this. And they're saying, I don't have time for this. The one lady, poor thing, she had her little kid in the tub. And she's like, I don't have time for this. I'm trying to give my kids a bath and get them to bed. And I understand completely.
Fair.
Oh yeah, it was awful. So that's what she had me do. So what she told me to do was she took one of her inactives.
Okay.
She had me activate her by buying the kit. So to spend the, whatever it is for the lowest kit, the $225 to send, because I had she had to be reinstated, sort of, kind of a thing. So that for your first order, you got to do the $225. So that's what I did. I was bleeding money, I'm telling you. So she put this person under me, and I activated her with my, with my information, but she gave me her social security number and all this other stuff, right? And I was like, well, I really didn't enjoy doing that, kind of a thing. And I thought, well, I would never give it to anybody anyway. And, if I order from her thing, then, whatever. And then finally, a little while, I don't know, a couple weeks later or whatever, she called me, the lady who got activated again. And she's like, I don't know why I'm activated. Do you know what's going on? I forgot why she called me, but I think my name was there as her upline or something, and I wasn't. And so I said, Carrie had me, activate you, but, you don't have to sell anything. And she's like, how were you able to do that? And I said, she just gave me your information and we activated you. She was so mad, which again, I totally understand that. And I was like, you know what? This is a bunch of baloney, because that's not right. So they staff people underneath you, but she did it behind her back. Yeah. And I didn't think that was right. Everyone thinks if you get invited for a free facial, the person giving the facial is going to try to sell you every single product they used on you. Yes. That's what they want you to do. And exactly, it's funny, but it's true. I've been to 2 bachelorette parties with Pure Romance. Oh, I bet that's fun. That would be hilarious for a bachelorette. It really would.
And awkward, Melissa said.
And, there has to be a rule or even a law about that. There should be. Yeah, you're not supposed to do it, but if you don't tell them, then they don't know that you did. Yeah, exactly. Like
you didn't consent to it, and so why?
Right.
Like, the individual that you were told to reactivate didn't consent. So like, I wonder if that's against like Mary Kay terms and conditions or.
Oh yeah, it is. For any of them, you're not supposed to stack people like that with the people. So I'm positive she went and she just, she got rid of herself on there and stuff, or discontinued, however she did that. But that's how I got my red jacket, was because of that. Wow. And I was like, this ain't right. It was just one thing after another that was just not right at all. So I finally was like, you know what, I'm quite done here, because I would
love for you to like have your own stream where you just like talk about everything that you want to talk about, because like that much detail, like people who aren't in Mary Kay don't know that. Don't know about that stuff, and don't know like your stories with these people. So I think you should do that.
I probably should, because
no pressure, but I think that would be really cool.
I have a plethora of things to share. Yeah, because I was in all of them. I tell you, the products are secondary. Exactly, they are. And I don't see Sephora harassing me to buy stuff. Exactly.
Sephora doesn't need to, because they're a well-known and respected and trusted brand. Do it if you want to.
I will. I can't hold my tongue anymore, because I watched Savannah, I watched CC Suarez, Julie Joe, Aaron B's, Savannah, all of these people, and I'm talking to my computer, and it's like, oh my gosh, if I could only just, so I have to, because I'm dying over here.
Yeah, and
watch them.
Like sharing your story, and then people like maybe be able to like relate to parts of it, right? And maybe get part of their story in it. And I think that would be really cool. I think you should do that. Yeah.
When I add, how many products did you have left? Oh, well, let me tell you. I had everything left except for $300 that I sold, because a friend of mine from church, she was an older lady, and she used it all the time. So she asked me to come over because she had to renew some of her stuff or whatever. So I did. I brought my stuff over there because she wanted it. Now, she wanted it because she always had it. So and I sold, like, she bought like $350. She bought about $350 worth. How did I get rid of them? I will tell you. So I called my director, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this party was, seeing this lady was really great and all that. And I sold $350, and she didn't answer right away. And I could hear the shock in her voice. Really? You did? And I was like, what is that supposed to mean? I was thinking that to myself, aren't I supposed to be doing these? She was shocked I sold anything, because you don't have to sell anything, because they want you to recruit. So that was another check mark in my brain. And so how did I get rid of them? Finally is one of the MLMs that the DM hasn't broken yet. Right, exactly. It'll only break if we speak up and make it safe for other former consultants to speak up. Exactly. Exactly right. So I called the company because they say they will take back 90%. They'll give you back 90%. That is a lie. Oh my gosh. I was back and forth with them so much because I made a total inventory of everything I had, how much it cost, and how much I paid. Well, they only will accept closed stuff, which I had a lot of. I had a lot of closed stuff. They won't accept it if you've opened it. So that's kind of like on you to keep that. So, or get this, if you haven't, if it's anything that you've purchased over a year ago, you can't return that either. So I did get stuck with quite a bit that I was trying to sell, just half price. I don't care, just, buy it. So I was kind of, getting rid of some of that. I was donating. I was just getting rid of all the extra stuff. And so when I figured it out, I was supposed to get like $4,500 back based on their 90% deal. Well, that's not what happened. They go through and everything is taxed differently. And I don't know why, but there was different taxes for the products and where it's out of kind of a thing. So it was really screwy the way they did it. I still really can't understand how they did it, but I didn't get back. I got more, I got less than half of what I paid for everything. And I was lucky I got that. So, and I took this stuff in myself because I wanted to make sure they got it. And I returned it to the doc myself and, they checked it all in. And it was such a waste because they said that they throw it all away. And I'm like, why would you do that? I didn't open it. But anyway, so that's how I finally got rid of most of my, well, not most. I got rid of some of my stuff and ended up in the trash. Exactly. I tried to unload on the internet. I did that. Has spies everywhere because I got a message saying I couldn't do that. Right. If you do it on eBay or any of these places, they get you. You cannot do that at all. But so many people do because they want to get rid of their stuff and at least get back the wholesale price, that you paid, or at least close to it. And right. So, yeah, they were very uncooperative to take my stuff back. And I was like, you know what, you guys are just lying then, because you say 90%, there's nothing wrong. And now you're saying if I bought it more than a year ago, I can't return that stuff either. And I was like, you know how much stuff I have here? Oh my gosh. Yeah, it was just, it was, you bought it and it's yours. That's exactly right. And that's another whole thing there too. But that was already after I figured out that I was the customer. I couldn't believe that. It was just really something. And you can't sell what you bought. And no,
why can't you put it on like eBay or something?
Oh, I was doing that, but there was so much competition even on eBay. A lot of women were doing that. So I was, asking some of my friends, I'm going to sell this for half price. Do you guys want it or whatever? And like I said, I donated it. Like to some nursing home ladies, and because they like all the hand creams and all that stuff, and some of the makeup. I think what's her name? Oh, you don't know her. Anyway, one of the girls, she was a teenager at our church for prom, so I gave them a bunch of makeup that they could use for the girls at their prom and all that. And then we had a MOPS group at our church. The mothers of preschoolers, and that's a whole moms group. You bring your child with you and somebody watches them while you have a nice little pleasant time of, an hour and a half to yourself. And I set up a whole table in the MOPS group. And I told the lady down, who was heading it, I told her, just tell the ladies to take whatever they want. And, and it's free. I'm not going to charge them for any of it. And they were really excited about that because they, people know how expensive this stuff is. You can run it how as long as it's within the rules, list of rules a mile long. Exactly. And that's it too. It's not your own business. That didn't hit me again, like I said, for years, that it didn't hit me, to say that this is your own business. Because my biggest dream was ever to have my own business. I wanted to own a beauty salon, a gas station. I wanted to own a mobile gas station. This is just, I don't know why. I love mobile. So that's been in my head for years. And then I also wanted to have my own beauty salon with a wet room for like mud baths and all this other stuff. And well, that didn't happen. I'm very sad it didn't. Yeah, the irony, no kidding. Oh, you were in a MOP group. Yeah, same here. And there were so many members in MLMs, they had to make rules. Really? Oh my gosh. That's interesting. That didn't happen at my mom's group because we didn't have a lot of women doing stuff at ours, but that makes total sense because it's not, Did you ever? I never got a 1099. Nope. I never had to because I never sold anything. The 350 didn't count because you have to get $600. If you sell $600, then you get a 1099. So when you're buying inventory, that doesn't count as sales. That counts as your stock and inventory. And my husband that year, oh my gosh, trying to do the taxes was a nightmare. It was just awful because we didn't want to get flagged, but we needed to claim some of the stuff that I lost. And it was really a whole fiasco. But thankfully, that's all over. And I was like, you know what, that's enough of that. But yeah, the MOPS group, that's interesting that they told them they can't bring it, which I understand because you're not there for that. You're there to relax and eat, basically, at the MOPS groups. Yeah. Yeah. It looks like I have a lot of homework to do to get some of this stuff going. Oh, go ahead. You were going to say something.
I was just going to ask, like from the video, is there anything that you like forgot to say or that you wanted to say and you didn't have a chance to?
That's a good question, but I honestly don't think so because I got her down to her eyelashes. So her mascara, yeah, because that floored me too, you know, with her. But I've got a lot to say more, even like about, you know, being at her house and doing the classes and having these special things and making you feel like, oh, they did something special for you. Baloney. So yeah, I got to write some notes down because I have quite a bit on that stuff too. And like I said, she's nice. Her sister is nice. I mean, she's really a nice person as long as you take out the Mary Kay part, because that's all she's interested in. She has a beautiful pink room with a pretty chandelier in there, her workroom and stuff. Yeah, beautiful house, totally beautiful. But
that's nice.
Yeah, but yeah, she's the millionaire, not me. That's for sure. Oh well. I learned. I totally learned. So, and I have
you have your own channel and you did your second anti-MLM video.
Yes.
You can do more now.
Yeah, I'm so glad that that you were so nice to do this with me and let me do everything.
I've been waiting for this all day. I was like, I can't wait. I want to go home and do this.
Yeah, this is just too fun.
Yeah. Do you think they're doing as well as they proclaim?
The national sales directors, they're so high up with, okay, the highest paid person in. He scared me. My husband must be home, but yeah, that's okay. He does youth group on Wednesday nights. Buddy, go outside. Go outside. Go get daddy. Go. Get daddy. Go. All right, he's gone. Anyway,
that scared me.
I know. Oh, proclaim as they are. Okay. Gloria Mayfield Banks. She is the tippy top of Mary Kay, and she is the richest one in Mary Kay. Mm-hmm. And I actually found it out today because I watched one of her little videos just to see, and she has 3.5 million people under her. Could you imagine? That's why she's the highest paid. She's going nowhere fast. She is set forever and a day. So these senior, oh, it was like my former senior. She was an amazing person. Yes. And there you go. Yeah, exactly. Well, the national sales director, Kimberly, is nice, but my sales director, she was very cutthroat.
Important question from Ove.
What's that? Where?
An important question from Ove right here.
Oh my God. Oh, I have a Vishla. And let me see here. Nobody knows what that is because we didn't either. I'm just going to show you what a Vishla is because, okay, so now I say present. Am I still sharing my screen?
No.
Okay.
Just make sure that you like click the correct screen that you want to show.
Okay, so I said, okay. Oh, present. I'm hitting the wrong one. Present slides, camera. Why does it say stop screen?
So
how do I do that?
Don't click stop screen. You can click share screen.
Okay. It doesn't say share. It's saying stop.
Don't click. Oh, maybe you are still sharing. Okay, click stop screen. Click stop screen.
Oh, am I? Oops.
No. Like you're not like sharing your screen.
There we go.
Maybe you just like clicked the format, but you didn't click stop screen.
Okay, here we go. I got it. I figured it out. Oh my gosh.
Woo, let's see. Oh,
so that's a Vishla. Yeah, that's
Oh,
that's what he looks like. They all look the same, which
so
is really kind of funny. Yeah, and he's adorable. He'll be 11 in June,
so
and the poor guy, he definitely can see his little age. He's got a lot of lumps and bumps all over him. He's like our little enigma, whatever he is, because he's got things with him that Vishlas just don't have. I mean, he's got a thyroid problem for years. He's got all these lumps and bumps on him that some of them have just gotten so big. We got rid of a couple. They kept growing too fast, and they're not cancerous, but still. And he's oh, you love it. Yes, aren't they though? They are. Yeah, our little buddy. So
I do
yeah.
need to run in a few minutes here.
Okay, then I'll hurt.
Yeah.
Where are we?
Or like if I need to bounce and like you can stay on if you want to. Like you don't have to end it just because I need to go. It's totally up to you. If you're wanting to hang out longer.
I missed it. I didn't see your face
like,
because I jumped. He scared me.
It scared me so much.
Yeah, and why he's barking at my husband, he knows him.
Yay, Lisa. Thank you, Lisa.
Thank you, Lisa. Awesome.
That's so nice.
Yes. It's Mary does not publish an income disclosure. Oh, you're right.
Interesting.
I'm gonna have to peek and see if I can find anything. But I didn't look for the income disclosure statement or anything because they always just say it's 50-50. It's not 50-50. I don't care what they say. You don't get 50-50. Oh, well.
Did Gloria retire?
I don't think she did yet. She's not an emeritus, and I know several of them are. And actually, Robin Wright Penn's mother, I don't know if she's an emeritus too. She might be because actually she got in Mary Kay in the very beginning when Robin Wright was a little kid, and so she actually is a big national person in Mary Kay too. But I haven't seen anything about her lately either. Just being nice because she knows what she is. Yeah, I could agree with.
Are they being nice because they want you to stay, or are they just the nice person? Like, would they be nice to you if you weren't in their downline?
Well, no, because they got rid of me. I'm telling you, it wasn't a 15. It was 15, 30 seconds. I was wiped from everybody. They blocked me instantly. It was the weirdest thing, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, I guess we're not friends, huh?" They had two Vishlas. They're beautiful. They are. And they're so sweet. And he's so loud, though.
He is loud.
He talks all the time, too. And he whines, but I love him.
So cute.
Those who know exactly what they're doing. And that's how my sales director was. She knew exactly what she was doing. And she just was money, money, money. And for her Cadillac, but I think there are a lot more who just get stuck in the ping fog. Yes. And are trying to do the right thing, right? Because I thought that I was doing the right thing because you help women and this, that, and the other, and I really thought I was. I was like, and even like when they tell you to do a facial on them or whatever to do some practice and stuff, I seriously thought I was asking for them to help me before I launched off to do these things. That wasn't true at all either. My sales director came with me on several of them, and then she got agitated because she couldn't find some of the houses. So when I was having one other lady who was going to come, but we were going to meet at her apartment, she ditched me. And I was like, I thought you're going to be there. And she says, no, you just go in. My door's open. You do it yourself. And I was like, okay. So yeah, she ditched me because she didn't like going where I was going.
I don't like that.
No.
Aw.
Yeah. Pretty puppy.
Everyone loves your doggy. Oh.
Yeah, he's so sweet. I'll have to put up a real picture of him. I'll get a real one so you can see what he looks like.
Community tab.
Oh, good idea. I never used that thing. I've used it like 2 or 3 times.
I've used it twice. I used it for your stream today, and then like 2 other times.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, rose-colored glasses do a lot for you. I'll tell you that. Oh my goodness.
Right point.
Yes. And then national directors definitely know exactly what they're doing. That's true. Totally. That is absolutely true because I can definitely see that. They have to know at that point because when you get brought in as a consultant, and that was another thing that was with me because as I was talking with her at the Starbucks, we're going to meet for coffee, whatever, before I signed in, and she was asking me the same questions that they always ask you is, what would you like to do with this? And, are you, have you used Mary Kay? Just the regular questions. So I told her, I said, well, I'm going to have to talk to my husband about this, and stuff. She's like, well, I'll talk to they always offer to talk to your husband for you because they want to do the convincing if they can. So I was like, no, 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 I'll take care of it. I can talk to my own husband. Thank you very much. But she wasn't really listening to me. As I was talking, I was watching her. When she was asking questions, she didn't care what the answer was. She didn't. And you could clearly see it. And I thought, you know what? I know she doesn't care what I'm saying, but whatever. She's waiting for me to talk myself into this.
Right.
So, and yeah, that's exactly what happens. And I was like, you know what? Fine, I'll do it. But it took me about almost 2 weeks to make the final decision because it was a lot of money. And
Yeah,
so I thought, well, yeah, it was a lot of money. So then I joined in.
My body is cut off by my blur.
Yeah, isn't that weird? Oh, that's so funny.
It's so funny. I haven't heard of that movie.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah. My sales director was willing to talk to my husband. Actually, in Party Light, the lady who was signing me up there years ago, again in the 90s, early 90s, mind you, she offered to talk to my husband about it. And several others did too that I joined. But it's like, no. And I think that is weird that they do offer to talk to your husband.
It is weird. No, thank you.
Yeah, exactly. So, but yeah, they know exactly what they're doing. And for her Cadillac, I was at the one of the. I'll have to talk about that in full in the next time
Sure.
regarding the end of the month when they want you to do. Oh, maybe that lady that did not help you wanted the future recruit for herself, so you don't have a downline.
Like maybe she like sabotaged you, right?
Yeah. Oh, and she was doing that too. She was trying to pit me against my friend that I signed up with. Yeah, I've got a lot to share for the next one, I guess. It sounds like it. Yeah.
When we do our next one, we could just I could write questions and I could interview you.
Oh, okay. That would be fun too.
And we could plan it over email and you can approve them, of course. And then, I could write questions. That would be fun.
Yeah, and then I can figure it out.
Yeah.
We're fighting for what? She said. Oops, where? Oh, there we go. It's competition. You're fighting for dwelling customers. Oh, you mean for selling customers?
Maybe. Either way, we're fighting for customers.
Exactly. Yeah, and that's all that you're doing. Do it. Okie dokie. We will. You're funny.
So I actually have to run.
Yeah, this has just been so much fun.
It's been so fun. Yeah, and honestly, feel free to hang out if you don't want to be done.
I would love to. My husband got home already. That's where the dog was barking. So I'll, before we go to bed, I'll go and spend my hour with him, and then we'll go to sleep. But
Live Panic thinks an interview would be a great format, and so let's talk about that. But if you're comfortable, you don't have to. But we could plan the questions together.
Oh yeah.
And then I could interview you on your channel. That would be.
I'm an open book. I don't care.
Okay, that's so exciting.
You too, everybody. You have a fabulous evening for the rest of the evening.
Fantastic. I want to tell Anne Marie how fantastic she was with the technology. Everyone, yes, Melissa said it was great. Melissa's right.
Oh, dwindling. Yes, that's what she was trying to say there. That makes total sense.
Monica, correct.
Thank you. Oh,
you were so good today. Good job. This was great. You picked a great video.
I hope so.
Yay, this was so fun. Thank you. Thank you for having me. Do you know how to end the stream?
It says end broadcast in the upper right.
Yes. So when you're ready, you can just click end broadcast and then we will be good.
Okay. All right. Good night, everybody. Thank you so much. This was so fun.
So fun.
And informative. Oh, yeah. I got info for you, lady. No. I'm just teasing. Thanks for the stream. And I love this. Thanks. I did too. Okay. I'll hit end broadcast and let's see what happens.
Yeah.
All right. Good night, everybody.
Bye.